In this video, we will talk about Snowflake tasks. So, Snowflake tasks help us run some jobs automatically on a schedule. So, there is no need of external tools, no airflow. Everything stays inside Snowflake. I will show everything step by step, and you can copy paste all the queries. Okay, I will provide you the queries. You can copy paste. I will give you the queries in the description. So, what is a Snowflake task? So, a Snowflake task is a scheduled job. You tell Snowflake when to run and what SQL run, and it will do it for you. Right? You don't have to go and manually trigger the SQL for you. Okay, let's start with the practical. Let me create a new SQL file. Okay, so I'm using compute warehouse. Don't focus right now on the role that I'm using. I'm too lazy to create new roles and provide some accesses, so let it just be. So yeah, so let us create let me use uh, I'm going to use SnowDB. You can use any DB of your choice. Let me create a table, right? Create or replace table task log. Okay, and runtime will be my timestamp, and the message that is going to be string for me. Okay, right now just focus on what I'm doing. I will tell you why exactly I'm creating this table. So this table helps us confirm the task is running, right? I will be putting some logs here. Now let us create a task. Okay, let me minimize this one. So this is the syntax for task: create or replace. Replace means like if the task already exists, replace it, right? Replace, then task, the task name. Let me name my first task. Okay, then the warehouse on which it is going to run, let me assign it as compute warehouse. The one that I'm using right now is compute warehouse, so I'm assigning it warehouse. Schedule, then give give it a schedule, right? Schedule equal to, like, how do you want to run? So let me put it to run every 5 minutes. That would be 5 minute. Okay, so every 5 minutes it's going to run. As now the actual operation that we're going to do, so I'm going to run this particular query: insert into, okay, task log. Okay, and the values would be current timestamp, the time at which this particular task is going to run, current timestamp, and then message, right? Message would be like anything, task uh, executed. Okay, so this is going, whenever this task will run, it is going to insert data into task log. Okay, let me run this query. Now our task is created. Okay, but it's not started, right? Like it, we have to resume it right now. If you will see, this task is this task, let me show you. If this is my task, right? Let me go here. So you can see here, right? It shows first task schedule. It shows schedule every 5 minutes. Last run is unknown. Previous run, no, right? And let me open it, because okay, there are no run records available. Yeah, okay, let us look at the task detail now. It shows you suspended, right? It does not show you that it is active and all. So you have to do it manually. um Not manually, you have to run some commands to do it. Okay, let me go back to my editor. Okay, so now to enable it, to resume it, we will type alter task first task, the name of the task that we want to resume. First name, not first task, sorry. First task, and resume. Let me run this one. Right, it says a status is now changed. and let me refresh this one, refresh this page. It says it started, right? Now if you click on the run history, whenever this one runs, right, you will be able to see it, right? It is going to take some time because I have put the time as from 5 minutes here. Okay. Can I edit the timestamp from a schedule here? I'm changing the schedule to 1 minute here so that I can, you know, I can make it run faster because it is going to take some time if I put 5 minutes, right? We cannot wait for it. Let me see it what it does. Is it active now or it got disabled? Yeah, it's started. It's active here, right? Okay. Still no run log. Hopefully it would be very soon. Hopefully it will be very soon. It's taking some time to run. Let's wait. I hope it runs soon. Yeah, so you can see, right, it ran and it succeeded, right? Now let's go back to our table and see if is inserted any data here, right? Let me run select a star from task log, right? It is showing that runtime was 10:17 and then task was executed, right? Let me wait for one more log here. Okay, so it's running right now. uh, Now let me just make sure it is okay. So it's scheduled, right? So as you can see, right, we scheduled it to run every 5 minutes. Obviously, I I had went and modified it to run manually 1 minute. But yeah, you can schedule it by minutes, days, and hours, right? That's all. And then option two is like you don't want to schedule it to run it every 1 minute, 2 minute. If I hope you are familiar with cron schedule, right? You can even use cron schedule, right? So for example, let me just copy and paste one of the cron here. So this is one of the way using cron, and then cron syntax, right? Cron tab syntax that you generally use, right? Let me explain it. It will hopefully show you. No, okay, forget about it. So let me go to cron tab guru. Okay, so this one is the website that I use mostly to whenever I want to use cron tab, right? Cron syntax and all, just to get an idea what exactly I'm going to set here. Let's put it here. So right, it shows it is going to run at 6 p.m., right? Next at 6. So every day it is going to run at 6, right? So let me just copy again and it's already there, right? Let me rerun this one. So expected 6, it's okay. I missed inverted comma here, right? It created it, right? The task got created. Now if I come here and check, right, so let me just go to task detail. Now you can see it got suspended, right? Because we changed the schedule. But if you look at the schedule here, it shows that it at 6 p.m. 6 a.m. etc, right? Every day, right? Now let's go back here and resume it because it was suspended because we changed the schedule here. Now this is one task, right? Now what would happen if we have series of tasks, right? Task 1, task 2, task 3, and we want to create some dependency, and then finally like one we need to run one by one, like task 1 should run successfully, then task 2 should run successfully, then once that is run, then task 3 should get triggered, right. So let's focus on that one. Let me create a new table called orders raw table. Okay, so it's just a order table which has order id, want and created at column, 3 columns. Let me create this one. Okay, and then let's insert some values here, right. 3 rows, I inserted it into the orders table. Now ooh, let me create one more column called order stage. Okay, so I will explain it once, explain these tables to you once I am done with the done with creating it. But yeah, let me now create a task called as task stage load, obviously, and schedule is obviously as compute warehouse, because I'm using the same. Schedule is every 10, warehouse is compute pairs, schedule is every 10 minutes, and I'm inserting data into stage table using the orders raw table, right. Orders raw table, from orders raw to order stage every 10 minutes, insert into select star from orders raw. Whatever data is present in orders raw, it would be getting inserted into order stage every 10 minutes. Let me run this one. So this is created, right. Let me create task 2, that is orders aggregate. Sorry, I'm going to create a new table, that is orders aggregate, that captures the total orders and total amount, nothing else. This is very simple table that I'm going to create, right. Let me now create a task here, right. That is, that task, what exactly is going to do is it will insert or data into orders aggregation using table order stage by selecting the total number and total sum, right. Let me create this one, right. Now since if you remember, when we create a task, right, it is default by suspended, right. Let us now resume it. Now we have two tasks, both active. Okay, but syntax wise, if you look at it, right, we have for task stage load, we have given a schedule after 10 minutes, right. uh let me just create it as 1 minute, always. Okay, because otherwise we have to wait for a long time, every 1 minute. And for task aggregate, if you look at, instead of schedule, what I've written here is after task stage load, right. Once this task is succeeded, trigger this one, right. Trigger this one, right. So let me create this again. Let me alter it to resume, right. Now look at the table. Now do we have any data here? No data, right, because obviously we didn't insert any data to our table, right. Raw table. Now okay, sorry, so we have already data into raw table. Now let me also do select star from orders raw, right. So we have orders raw, my bad. So this is my data from orders raw. Let me see if pipeline is running or not. Let us go to the tasks, public tasks. We have 3 tasks, right. So task aggregate is showing as suspended. Let me resume it. I don't know, I might have forgot to resume it. Let me resume this one also, right. Now let's go back to the tasks. So now every task is working, right? Now task stage load every minute, right? So if I look at run history, it succeeded, right? It succeeded. Let's come here and see at order stage. So we have three rows now, right? We have three rows now. And let us look at this one. Aggregate is still not there because obviously we had forgot to enable it. That's why it has not picked up dynamic tables. Let us come to the tasks again here, right? It says task stage succeeded, first task succeeded. Now let's wait for the next task. Let's go back to our workspaces. I think I've missed something. Okay. So we have task aggregate that runs our task stage, and the task stage I had now named it. So yeah, I think it should be, yeah, right. So it ran, right? So now if we look at it, we have a data into our task orders aggregate table, which contain the total number of orders, count star, and total amount, right? We ran this query, right? So let me just run this one query and we will be able to see what exactly happened here, right? 6 and 1200. So this is exactly what's got inserted into order segregation. So this shows that our task is working properly. Okay, let me go to the graph here, right? So look at it, right? Graph is showing you the exact flow of data, right? The task stage load is getting executed, and then once this is done, the task aggregate is getting executed, right? So run, if you come to run history, let me rephrase it, right? So yeah, so this I hope this has given you an idea, right? How we are creating dependencies, right? And yeah, so that's, now come back to our editor. Now look at it. If we want to see all of the tasks present in our system, we can do it by writing this by using command show tasks. So you can see first task, task create and task write, right? When it was created, in which database is created, which what, like, who's the owner, right? Schedule, what is the schedule and all. Predecessor. Predecessor means the the task which comes before it, right? Like which, whatever task is going to be run before this particular task. So for this one we have created a dependency, right? For it is going to run first stage task, and then only this one is going to run, right? And then the definition, what exactly is doing here, right? So this all value would be with you. Now if we want to see, right, task history and all, let's see the task history. So what is showing you, right? The time, let me minimize it a little bit. So it is showing you the tasks, right? When it ran, what was the schedule time, when did it got started, when it is going to run next, right? How much time does it take to complete? All of the details would be available with you. You can use information schema, the task history, to get these things, right? And if something's fail, right? If something's fail, you can check from here too, right? See, state was scheduled, schedule succeeded, right? Succeeded. And if it fails for some error, you will be able to get error code and error message, what was the reason it failed, right? So yeah, so like the most common mistakes that we do while creating tasks is we forget to resume the task, right? Like the one happened with me, right? I forgot to resume the task aggregate, right? And because of that it was not functioning, then I have to go manually and enable it, right? uh, and also uh, creating dependency is also very important. Like we should be very clear with the dependency, right? Which task should run with this one. So when these tasks are a good fit, right? Tasks are perfect when everything is in SQL, right? And data is already in a Snowflake because everything is running in a Snowflake. Tasks run in a Snowflake. Your jobs, your SQL is running in a Snowflake. So if data is in a Snowflake, task is perfect candidate here. Pipeline is simple to build, right? Like it's not too complicated. If you're thinking you can create pipeline as complex as that we create in Airflow, then you are mistaken. Tasks are just made for simple pipeline, right? Simple to medium pipeline, not too complex pipeline. And you want very less infrastructure. You want very less dependency on other tools like Airflow or Dagster, right? You just want to use everything in Snowflake, so you tasks a very good candidate. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Please subscribe to my channel, and yeah, don't forget to give your feedback and the next video that you next topic that you want me to create a video upon. Thank you. Bye bye.